Alrighty, second try since the audio on the new mic wasn't working, which is a bad sign. Let's see if we can get to the live video here. There we go. Audio is working fine now, so thankfully we got that figured out, but hopefully everyone just comes on over to the new stream. We'll turn off this phone since we now know that's working now. Yeah, that's very weird. I updated it, got it set up, and was acting the audio input on that new mic was very quiet in my test videos. And I was seeing if YouTube would maybe just amplify it, make it work, but nope. We got to stick to the old mic for this one, but hopefully the audio issues aren't too bad. I know that quality is a little bit lower. I was hoping that new one would work, so that's a little disappointing. Probably have to send it back at this point, but that's not too hard to do. But hello, everyone. Hope you're having an excellent Sunday afternoon. I'm doing pretty good. Those technical issues got me a little bit annoyed, but that's okay. We're live now. We can move on with our Sunday afternoon sorting. Got a bunch of brick here. We've got this large bin right here. We've got 3 other bins behind me here. So hopefully get at least 1 or 2 of these done, maybe a couple, depending on how much progress we're able to make. But yeah, hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for joining. Sorry about all the issues. I think we've got it figured out now so we can at least hear me when I'm talking. But yeah, should be good to go. So, yeah, that microphone not working is annoying because I had that stream all set up and links to it and everything. So now I'm going to have to fix those, but it's all right. We're live, so. Gloria Erickson is here. Battery Powered Bricks is here. Good to see you. Cross Airborne Customs made it. Good to see you, Cross Airborne Customs. And we got Mouse there. I just blew out my eardrums. I had the volume max and did it in my face when audio was fixed. This sacrifice to make really. I am so sorry, Mouse there. That was not my intention to blow out your eardrums today, but thank you for your sacrifice. So, yeah. I like the interpretive dance idea. Yeah, I was trying to even do some signals towards the end, like we're going to start over, just this one's going to end. But hopefully people got the clue. I did leave a comment in the chat. That is frustrating, but here we are. So put those teal pieces there. Yes. Anyway, this is, I'm glad to have a little opportunity to get some sorting done before all the craziness that's coming up on the horizon for my Lego and life schedule. So on Friday, this upcoming Friday, we'll be driving down to Orlando for the grand opening of Orlando Brick Co. It has been open for a while, kind of as like a beta testing phase, and now it's actually here. And it's going to be grand opening, exclusive merch. We'll be down there, the Lego Masters Trophy will be down there, and it'll be a lot of fun. So looking forward to that. But because we have a convention in Orlando less than a week after that, I'm going to stay in Orlando and work for a couple days at Orlando Brick Co., which should be fun because I've never been there. And then once that's done, we'll head over to the convention on Thursday that week. And so we'll be very busy in Orlando for basically a little over 2 weekends and the time between. So yeah, that'll keep us plenty busy, and I won't be able to stream any sorting streams for a while, so this is the last one for a bit, which is, it's okay, but I miss it because I like doing this. So yeah, let's see. Cross Airborne Customs, my volume was loud because it was high volume on my phone. Yeah, sorry about the volume issues, guys. That is I'm a little disappointed in my new mic not working at all. That's strange. It should be just plug and go, but it didn't seem to react at all. So let's see. The Crooked Skull is here. Greetings. Good to see you, the Crooked Skull. Yeah, sorry about the issues earlier. We had a stream set up, and then the microphone wasn't working, and it wouldn't let me switch inputs on YouTube after we'd already started. So I had to start a new stream, which is annoying, but we're here. So, let's see. Gola says, hi, new subscriber here. Got back into Lego a couple months ago. Built a brick sandworm and a Lego ornithopter. Yes, I saw your comment on the previous stream too, Gola. Good to see you. Thank you for subscribing. And yes, Dune Lego is something I'm really excited about because they made the set. It gives us a whole lot of opportunity to build cool stuff like a brick sandworm. That sounds really neat. Yeah, First Order Lego. Good to see you, First Order Lego. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining today. We're doing a little bit of sorting. We had some technical issues on the last stream. The microphone, the new microphone that I got, wasn't working. So I'm just going to have to probably go back to a more simple, affordable one that just works. So it's very unusual. So No worries, Mark. Hardware failures happen. I had to rebuild my PC recently because of 7 bad sectors on a 4 terabyte drive. My fury was unmatched. That sounds pretty bad, Malister. That sounds tough. Cross Airborne Custom says, General Kenobi, exactly. Hello there. The classic Star Wars intro. I ignored it because I'm a little bit distracted with the audio issues, but it was great. So. I'm on the way back to the States tonight from overseas. Wow, Alistair on a secret mission. That's pretty cool. But yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to sort. Some of it's still Rock Raiders, just a tiny little dribble of Rock Raiders pieces left. And then some other things, like this was a part of an Atlantis build that I made that ended up not seeing the light of day. So that's getting sorted down to the tan bricks. That'll make some good sand dunes later. We also have the remnants of a set, which I'm going to bring up and talk about for a second, because it was so bad. It was the worst set I've ever seen, basically. We'll get there in a minute. Here's a nice, that corrugated panel piece. Been using that on Tron recently. Did a lot of Tron building. Oh, prepping for Brick World building? No, so I'm not going to Brick World this year. Just wasn't in the cards. I'm going to a convention the week before. That's a little bit closer and a little bit, I think, more interesting. Well, more interesting. It's more convenient for me, so I'm going to be going there instead. But I'll probably be planning on Brick World next year, though. So, because Brick World's awesome, you got to make it every now and then. We can't make it every year because it's a long drive, and we like to drive because we like to bring mocks. We don't just like to walk around and see everything. It's not quite as fun. So we'll be there hopefully next year. So. Malister said, with your schedule so busy, I'm going to hold off on sending you a note about a couple random encounter maps I would have liked you to make for me. So Malister, if you go ahead and send me those, I can at least kind of mentally plan what they should look like and start to kind of think about how to build them. Send them to me. Go ahead, and I'll get to them when I get to them. It's not going to be the next 2 weeks, but afterwards, it shouldn't take too long at all, especially if I keep the landscapes pretty simple. And Melister and I are talking about a future D&D project, which you'll be able to watch here on the channel for sure. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, go ahead and send those to me, Melister. I'll get to work on them at some point. I won't be able to work on them right away because I'll be in Orlando for a while. But once I'm back, it should be fine. So. The Roller Droid mock set is pretty good. Almost no complaints. There you go. I saw that one come into the store recently, and that one looked really good. I would say that the minifigure scale Roller Droid that goes with it is just like, why would they even put that in there? It just looks bad. But other than that, I think it's a great set. Even pretty well priced. First Order Lego says, have you ever been to any cons in Europe? If not, would you go to any? There's a couple conventions in Europe I'd like to go to, especially in like the southern Germany area. There's some really nice conventions there that I've seen. So eventually I'd like to go. I have been to Scarebeck before, which was a lot of fun. It's a lot smaller than even the smallest conventions in the United States, but it had such a great content of builds and builders and amazing people to talk to. So that was really fun. But that was back in 2018, so that was a while ago now. Definitely due for another visit at some point. But the problem with conventions in Europe, I wouldn't be able to bring basically anything. I could bring maybe a vignette in my luggage. So that's part of the fun for me about conventions is bringing a cool creation to show off. So that would it's fun, but it's not quite the same as doing like the convention an hour away, Atlanta BrickCon. That one I love going to because I can bring all the stuff and I'm still close to home and I really enjoy the more localized conventions. But traveling to cool conventions is a lot of fun. So put some Technic pieces over there. What I've got here is the remnants of a Rock Raiders set. Loader Dozer. There's part of something else. But that is getting disassembled now because I have multiples of them. And I don't need more than one on my shelf right now. So just sorting it down feels kind of tragic, but I think I can use the pieces in other places. Like that's pretty cool. That big slope is pretty useful. So sorting it down, gotta be ruthless. Don't have enough space for everything. Yeah, the Crooked Skull says, good evening here actually from Bulgaria. There you go. That's a far way away, but thank you for joining all the way from Bulgaria. I appreciate it. I was sorting tiny selfie ceremony and some toolbox cases. Awesome mocks. Love your channel. First year streams I catch, actually. There you go. Well, thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Glad you like the mocks. I've been working hard on Tron, trying to get that done. It's not 100% done, but it's mostly done. It's good enough to bring to shows. I've just about got this one building completely. I tore it down and rebuilt it, and you can see that on some short videos I posted recently. So yeah, hopefully that is complete for Orlando, because it would be bad if there was a big chunk missing. So there's already spots, like gaps, where I want to put more stuff later. But yeah. How are you sorting? I see some people sort by color, some by part. So Gola, I sort by color because I'm a barbaric color sorter, as I like to describe it. This piece is wedged in there. There you go. And I find it a lot easier for larger volume type stuff like I do. But there's some things that I sort by part, like I sort all of my brick Swiss studs not on top in one bin, because that's pretty useful to have those on hand in a pinch, like really quick. But other pieces I'll sort by color, because I find that the most simple and easy way to do it. I like to spend less time sorting and a little more time building. Let's see. First Order Lego says, yeah, Scarebrick is like an AFOL social event. Bricking Bavaria, that's the one I'm thinking about. Is amazing too. Planning to go to both. But yeah, I get to the point for wanting to bring something sizable. Exactly. Also, for packing for a plane is a whole different problem. Yeah, that's where I run into issues. I've never even attempted to bring any Lego builds through a flight, but I think that from what I've heard and what I've seen, it's not easy. You basically have to plan on rebuilding everything. Well, no, that's not true. I did bring a small build to Scarebeck, and it was like a little castle, like small little castle scene, and it was wrapped and packed carefully, but the German TSA thought it must have been a bomb, so they tore it open. Every single piece was separated. Had to rebuild the whole thing. There was about 3,000 pieces, and I spent an entire day in Denmark just rebuilding it from pictures, and got it fixed. But it was not fun. I remember that now. That was a while ago. Yeah. Chrome Vader's here. Good to see you, Chrome Vader. Hope you're doing well. We had some technical difficulties, but we figured it out. And I might actually update my story on Instagram so people aren't going to the wrong stream, because that would be not good. I might do that really quick. Just bear with me for a second. My new microphone, which I thought would work fine, it did not work fine. So that was a problem. Let's see if I can find the stream again. Hold on a second. There we go. And we'll share the link. Copy link. Go to Instagram. But yeah, we figured it out, and I had the old mic over here, Steven's mic, which I've been borrowing just in case to replace it if it wasn't working. And guess what? It didn't work at all, and that was super annoying. So let me see if I can remove this old story. Delete story. There we go. And we'll do that one more time. So add a new story. Actually, I can do this one over again and then just do a new link. There we go. Bear with me, everybody. Watch now. Done. And we'll update that. There we go. Perfect. Your story. New story added for everybody. There we go. And so earlier I mentioned, oh, Flounder's here. Good to see you, Flounder. Hope you're doing well. Earlier I mentioned a set. Man, that's bad. All right, there you go. So I have here the Hoopty, which is a Marvel set that came out recently from the Marvels, which was a bit of a disappointment in a number of categories. But the set itself was really, I think, viciously mocked online because the price seemed very outrageous for the parts count. And I'm like, this is an opportunity to have fun. This will make a good video, because I like to do set reviews where I drop them in the video. It's funny. People react to it. They get a lot of likes. But I tried to do the video, right? And I was so disheartened. I was so bummed out. It was so depressing to build that set that I wasn't able to make a funny video out of it. I was just like, this thing broke me. It was so bad. I've never had a Lego set be that awful, and for that kind of price. So do not get it unless it's on a super sale, and even then, it better be on like you know, I'd say 60% off or more. But if that's not the case, do not get it. Do not buy it. It's not worth it. It's not good. It was awful. So, and I got it, and I'm regretting the purchase there, because even on a great deal that I got at where I work, Atlanta Brick Co., it was a massive disappointment. Just the worst. So. Do you sort by size within the color category? Not normally, but what happens is I'll use pieces of a particular size, and when I sort them back down, they'll kind of, the small ones end up here, the larger ones end up here, like large plates and bricks and stuff. So throughout using them, they tend to get sorted by size kind of automatically. But I don't go too much out of my way to do it, though. It just kind of starts to happen, so, if that makes sense. Yep. But the hoopty was awful. Let me get this Rock Raiders one completely sorted down for us. I'm always excited to see the color trans neon green, because they've stopped making it, and it's one of my favorite Lego colors. It probably is close with teal or turquoise. And when they said they were stopping production on that, or I think R.R. Slugger did a video on it, that really was pretty sad. But yeah, thankfully I've got a decent amount in my collection, and whenever I see it, I try and buy it so I can have a little more. And they made a lot of it over the years, so it's not like you can't find it on Bricklink. It's pretty common there still. I think it'll be a number of years before it gets really hard to find those things. So I think we should be good. There's enough in circulation. Rob Claxton is here. Good to see you, Rob Claxton. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining the stream. Sorry to everyone for the technical difficulties. The first stream wasn't working because the mic wasn't working. The new microphone that I bought for, this was like over $100. Didn't work at all. Really, it's a great brand. I used the wireless versions of Rode mics, and they work fantastic for stationary recordings. But yeah, for some reason it wasn't working, so we had to start the stream over again to have audio. So rather be able to talk than be on the old stream. So, oh, Rob Claxton joined the Knights of Falworth. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it. For those who don't know, the Knights of Falworth is the membership program here on YouTube. It's 99 cents a month. I try to keep it as cheap as possible, so that if you want to support me and support what I do here, building Lego stuff and sorting Lego stuff, you can do that pretty easily. I like to post exclusive members-only videos once a month, as well as lots of updates. I recently did an update where I had some frustrations with a particular element of the Tron build, and people were being very kind in their comments about that. So I got some good support from you guys. So thank you. So, thank you, Rob. Appreciate it. Garth Smith is here. Good to see you, Garth. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining, and sorry about the technical difficulties, but we're doing some good sorting already. We're, I'd say, about halfway through this bin. The hoopty is still crashed right here. I should probably finish sorting this. And some gold pieces there. Yeah, the hoopty was a bad set. It's the worst Lego set by far. Although people don't normally ask me what I think is the worst Lego set. There's a couple that come to mind. Jack Stone, pretty bad. Some people would say Galador, but I don't think those are the worst. I think that was just not a great theme overall. So, I think the sets are pretty good action figures. They're just, Lego shouldn't make action figures. So. Ice Planet Orange and Space Police Green are my favorite Lego colors, besides blue, of course. Yes, Trans Neon Orange, which I don't think I have any here. Oh, no, there's a piece. Trans Neon Orange is a beautiful color too, very bright and vibrant. It reacts under black light, unlike some of the new transparent colors that they're making. So kind of sad they went with the non-black light reactive colors, but here we are. And Malister gifted 5 Mark of Falworth memberships. Thank you so much, Malister. I appreciate that. That means that 5 random people watching the stream are now a member. You get to see what it's like. So that's awesome. It's almost like a test drive, though. I think it goes away after a month. So thank you, Malister. Appreciate it. And now you guys can go check out those posts I was talking about and some members-only videos, mostly me describing some of the updates to the studio and some of the things I'm working on. So just little things like that. So I was half asleep. It's almost midnight. Well, thank you for watching at midnight, Henry. I appreciate it. If you need to go get some rest, you can always watch the replay later. I have the chat enabled, so you should be able to watch it and see who I'm talking to. But yeah, thank you. Yeah. The Hoopty. I'm glad it's gonna be out of sight and out of mind. This was even the parts were good because there's sand blue, there's good gray slopes and stuff, but it just feels bad because of how bad a design it was. I think this was designed by Mark Stafford, if I'm not mistaken, and he said something in an interview on Brickset about I try to include as many pieces as possible as they'll allow me, and I'm like, but then why is it like 200 pieces for a $90 set? Just like it was confusing to me. So. Yep. After Day says, almost bought the Marvel set for half price only for the parts. For half price, it's like maybe doable, but even then, I mean, I feel like a good Bricklink order, you'd still get, all the important stuff from that. I'm sure you can find a lot of the pieces on Bricklink because it was probably on sale everywhere too. So. Dust Off the Bricks is here. It's good to see you, Dust Off the Bricks. Hope you're doing well. I saw your video of your haul from all your trips to the south, and it looks like you got some great Lego stuff. I loved that Throwbots poster. That's a cool element. Did you get that at Atlanta, I think? Because I think I remember seeing that up in the Bionicle section for a while. Or could have gotten it from Orlando, too. So. What's the best Lego set design you have ever experienced? For me, it was the reimagined El Dorado. Just so sweet. That is a really good one, Malister. I do like the El Dorado set. I haven't built that one, but I've heard great things. I've seen it built and it looks like a really special build. For me, though, it's got to be the 90th anniversary castle set. Closely followed by the Galaxy Explorer, and probably right behind that is El Dorado, in my opinion, even though I haven't built that third one. But the castle, Mike Psyche did the primary design on that, and it is so good. That is such a good design. Like, as someone who builds castles, or used to build castles very regularly, that was super impressive. So just everything fits together perfectly. The angles, the wedges, it's strong. It looks great. You can open it up, and a great selection of figures, too. The horse bardings coming back was just mind-blowing. So there's so much good stuff about that set. It is not cheap though. I think it's $400, $350. I think it's $400. But I have to look on Lego.com. Anyway, it's not cheap. So you gotta. I only have one copy. I want to get another one at some point. But yeah, amazing set. Definitely would recommend getting that before it retires, because when it does, I think it's going to go up quite a bit. So. Mm-hmm. Manatee Bricks is here. Good to see you, Manatee Bricks. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Second for me was the castle as well. It's superb. Yeah, the castle is my favorite. But if you're a Pirates fan, I can see El Dorado being more meaningful. So. I'm getting a notification that some people are watching ads. So sorry about that if you got an ad. But it does help the channel a lot. We're starting to make a little bit of money, so that's good. Dust Off the Brick said, I'm definitely going to get it laminated and hang it on my Lego room. Yes, a good frame does wonders for a little Lego poster. I got a couple framed posters over there. They're just out of the shot right now, but I think I can. I've shown them off on the tour video I did of the studio a while back. So there we go, some gray slopes. The Hoopty does have a few useful pieces. It's not all bad, but it's mostly bad. There we go. Yeah, such a confusing set. So. And I'm guessing they had to do multiple revisions because they kept getting new concept art for their ship design. Or just bricklink the castle without figures for much cheaper, or just mock it up. So yeah, that we've seen the castle come in without minifigures a couple times in the store, and every time I just haven't had quite enough store credit to buy it. But that might be a way that I'm able to get another build itself, because I have plenty of the minifigures because I got them on bricks and pieces. But I would like another copy of the castle itself, just to say I have two. Because there's sets that I've wanted but then missed out on, like the Mill Village Raid. I'm still kicking myself. I never got that one. So definitely don't want to miss a couple that you do want. I'm surprised I haven't wanted to get the new Lord of the Rings sets. They're really nice, but I think they're just a little bit too expensive for me, a little bit out of my usual budget for Lego. So I haven't gotten them yet, but I might get them at some point. We'll see. I know Flounder is a huge Lord of the Rings fan and has all the sets. So that's pretty awesome. Leonard says, I like the build of the medieval blacksmith. That one's really good too. That's a really solid set. I have a couple copies of that one, thankfully. So, because that one I think is close to retiring, or maybe it's already retired. That's a good set. So. Luke Dukem says, Hoop, there it is. Yep, sorry about the technical issues. Sorry, we canceled the earlier stream because the microphone was not working at all. My new microphone that I bought, no sound whatsoever. I'm not sure if it's a setting. I tried to get everything set up correctly. I'm not a techie person. I'm usually able to figure it out. So that is not good, but we started again. We're having a good time. We're here. So we're getting some sorting done. We'll be going for probably another 30 minutes or so. We want to kind of make up for a few lost minutes at the start. But yeah, we're having a good time. We're back. So. Cheese on Top says Orthanc best. Yeah, Orthanc is a really good set. I think it's pretty cool. I can imagine it getting a little bit repetitive with all the black pieces. But you could say the same about a Gray Castle too. So. But yeah, that one is very impressive to look at when you see it. I'm interested to see how Barad-dûr stacks up against it, especially like because you can see pictures of them together, but it's gonna probably look a little different in your collection, like how tall they're gonna be compared to each other. So it's interesting. Yeah. Lord of the Rings is a bit cost prohibitive, exactly, Mel. So that's why I haven't gotten into it. It's just a pretty expensive side of the hobby. So Barad-dûr will be glorious. Yes, yes, it will. The two towers will look so great together. Exactly. I think that because it's a similar color scheme but very different look, I think it'll be a good pair for sure. Well, the hoopty's about gone. There's still a few pieces left. We'll get them all taken care of, though. Should have got a brick separator around here somewhere. Let's see. Cheese on Top says, I'll be sneaking into the Mexico factory, funneling Uruk helmets into my backpack. Exactly. That's what somebody needs to do because those figures are going to be very expensive for the army builders who want hundreds of them. So, yeah, that's... I just want a couple. I don't need a huge army. I just want like 3 or 4 of each. But I don't think that's going to happen unless I buy this set, which is also going to be kind of in high demand, I think. So... maybe they'll trickle down to the Atlanta Brick Co. Lego store at some point. I can get some. Mega army. Yeah, I can see some people going crazy on some Uruk-hai and Orc armies after this. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody blow the budget. Somebody do it. It's not going to be me. Here we go. Some tan. Glad to see the tan. I'll be using that in Dune later. I got 500 blue coats doing that. I have never felt so glorious. There you go. Yeah, the blue coat army is pretty awesome too. Remember, we were getting some squads of troops ready for you. Garth Smith says, I'd like to hear more about how to experience conversations or conventions, maybe? You might have meant to say conventions. It got auto-corrected. But yeah, conventions are a lot of fun. I'm planning on doing a convention tier list for those who are thinking about getting into LEGO conventions. Because people do ask me a lot about which ones are good to go to. Or sometimes I just give them unsolicited advice about it. But yeah, I think that'll be a fun video. So I'm going to do that at some point soon. I think that's after the Darth Jar Jar Gungan Army comes out. Then you'll see my tier list on conventions. So. 500 blue coats. Blah, this is Grumpy J. Yeah, that's probably disappointing to a red coat lover like Grumpy J. But I'm sure Grumpy J has a couple red coat troops to fight back. They can do guerrilla warfare. Garth Smith says yes. Yeah, okay. So you were referring to conventions. Yeah, conventions are a lot of fun. I've been doing them for a long time. I actually I think it's 11 years and probably getting close to like 20 or 30 conventions. So I need to double check the math. But I've been doing a lot of them. And I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Although I'm trying to be more selective, like I said, because like Brick World, have had to skip that the past 2 years. Probably going to go next year. Went to Brick Slopes one time. It was great, but it's just a little too far away. And then went to Brick Rodeo. That's another great show. But it's like like a 12 or 13-hour drive, depending on which city that it's hosted in that year. And that's just a little outside of my comfort zone. 8 hours, that's a long drive, but I'll do it. That's what Orlando's going to be. But 12 and 13, that's just, you feel really tired after a drive that long. At least I do. I'm not, I'm pretty good on the highway after the first 5 or 6 hours, but not much more than that. So, will you be ranking the conventions in your video? Yes, that's the plan. And most conventions are pretty good, so they'll be getting a pretty good ranking. But there's one in particular that will get a very bad ranking just because of lots of things I've heard. Although I haven't personally experienced them because it was a long time ago when I went to that convention. But yeah, I'll be talking about them for sure. And like I said, most LEGO conventions are a lot of fun and definitely worth going. So overall, it'll be a positive video, but there will be some things to warn people about. So. Let's see. Sounds like a lot of hoopla. Can be. It can be. So. And then, well, good news. Blue Coats just got nuclear weapons. It may have helped them along. Also, Greek fire on the Pandora. So bring it. How do they have nukes? They were in the colonial age. Good grief. They were in the 1700s. Good grief. All right. Sounds like one of your crazy D&D quests, Melder. That's what it sounds like. Sounds like some time travel may have been involved. Chris Dodson says, "Hey Mark, is the store open tomorrow and are you working?" I will be there, Chris Dodson. The store will be open as normal. I think is tomorrow Memorial Day? I think so. I have to double check the calendar. It's coming up soon, and that it will be open as normal. We are open for most holidays except for Thanksgiving Day and Christmas Day, usually, I think. But I have to double check on that because I don't always remember what happens. So, who here is coming to OBC's grand opening? I will be there, Grumpy J. Of course, they're kind of advertising us now, and I'll be doing a short video describing us going, when to go. It'll be a lot of fun. Equinox Bricks is here. Good to see. Or Blocks. Equinox Blocks. I keep saying Bricks. Is here. Afternoon. Hope everyone's doing well. Dust of the Brick says, after my zoo, I'm planning to work on a few small mocks that I could fly with to bring to conventions further away. Because I feel like we don't have too many over on the West Coast. I would agree with you, Dust of the Bricks. I think there's not a lot of conventions on the West Coast compared to the amount of people and LEGO fans that are there. There used to be a convention, Bricks by the Bay, but that stopped indefinitely. So that's pretty wild. I think that the organizers just got tired of doing it. But yeah, you'd think that there'd be a lot more shows, like big permanent shows. You know what I'm saying? Like there should be a giant one in California and up in the Pacific Northwest too. So it's kind of confusing. Kind of like how for a long time there weren't any conventions in the Southeast, and now there's a bunch. So we have plenty. For many years, it was only Brick Fair, Alabama, and that wasn't. That was all right, but it was just it was a couple hours drive away, so, like 3. So. Let's see. Gola says, "I'm looking forward to Barad-dûr. For now, I'm keeping my Lego book related. Lord of the Rings is my favorite book next to Dune." There you go. Some classic, like IP, some franchises, book-related stuff. That's pretty good stuff. Some great sets. Memorial Day is Monday. That's right, Malfoy. Thank you. I don't have my calendar next to me. Yeah. Hope everyone has a good Memorial Day and enjoys their long weekend for many people. I'll be working Monday as usual. I'll make sure that it's Memorial Day themed for the haul video. So. That's pretty cool. You got that dark blue half cylinder. Looks like a exhaust vent for a jet or something. Well, we're getting down to the first bin, which is good. After many interruptions, we're making some headway, some progress. There we go. Yeah. With a place like the LEGO store, you just have to be open on the holidays too, which is sometimes not fun, like if you want to do something on Memorial Day with your family, but usually I'm able to get off at a decent time, don't have to stay too late anymore, so that's good. Some people like to work and get the hours, so where do plants go? Here's plants. There we go. Here we go. Gold piece, red piece. Lots of colors. Oh, that's going to be useful for Tron. Going to need all that for Tron. Manatee Bricks says, I'm going to the OPC grand opening. There you go, Manatee Bricks. We'll see you there. Be sure to stop by and say hi. Me and Steven will be there the entire day, plus Sunday, too. So the whole weekend. And I'll be in the Orlando Brick Cove for a couple days after, I think at least till Wednesday. Be able to see what it's like, how Joey and Grumpy Jay and Flounder and everyone's doing down there. Pretty excited because I've never been. I want to see what everything's about. All the Lego Masters props should be really cool. I remember seeing most of them on my season. So. Sweet, I'm working both days. There you go, Grumpy J. That's awesome. We'll have to do a live stream or something. I think I was going to postpone the Friday store tour in Atlanta since I'll be driving all day Friday till Saturday, perhaps, for Orlando Brick Co. That'd be pretty fun. So. Malister says, I am flying to Arlington to do wreath laying. There you go, Malister. Very cool. Luke Dukem says, your Tron build looks incredible. I'm hoping they release sets for Tron Ares. Me too, Luke Dukem. I also hope Tron Ares is a good movie and not kind of a weird, dumb movie, but we'll see. With Jared Leto as one of the main characters, it could be amazing or it could be really dumb. So we'll see. I'm more worried than optimistic, but we'll see. Maybe I have no reason to worry. Fall Equinox says, I am planning on being at the highly anticipated grand opening. There you go. We'll see you there. It should be a fun time for sure. There's some cool t-shirts. I really like the t-shirts that we did for it. I'm going to have to buy one of those t-shirts. So. And I think they're kind of limited number too, so definitely want to be there sooner rather than later. I think some of that exclusive merch may sell out. So. There we go. A bit more minifigure accessories in the bottom. Where's the white bricks? There they are. Tron Ares has Jared Leto. It's a coin flip play. Exactly, Nexus, because I think Jared Leto is a pretty decent actor, but he also can be a really strange presence in a movie. So it could be great or it could be bad. We'll see. Hopefully it's just decent. It's good. Hopefully it's amazing. You never know. I'm nervous too. Yeah, everyone's kind of holding their breath on that one. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it could be amazing. Could be terrible. Could be amazingly terrible. Either way, the Tron City that I've made is slightly based off of the second movie, but not strictly so. So even if the new movie is just kind of a mess, I won't be too worried. It's based off the Tron universe, not just any specific movie or scene. So. But yeah, it's going pretty good. Just recently completely took apart one of the main buildings, and I was rebuilding it with all new lights on the inside. There were a couple hiccups along the way, as new members will see on my latest members-only posts. But we've managed to overcome the obstacles, and now we're back on track. So should be done, no problem for Orlando. Let's see. Mouser says, I wonder if the next Tron Lebowski will ever find a new rug. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Yeah. Jeff Bridges is quite the actor. Cheese on Top said, I won a sealed Tron set in a giveaway. Never seen the movie. Well, there you go. The Tron set's very nice. The figures are great. And I'm very grateful that it exists so that I can make a Tron scene. And we've gotten a lot of Tron sets in the store the past few. So it's been convenient to get figures for me, which has been great. So, because those can be pretty hard to find nowadays, because that set came out in 2014 or 15, I think. So it's been a while. There we go. Almost done with this bin, then we can switch to another one here. So what I did was, I have this giant, it's not even a gallon bag, it's like a 3 or 4 gallon bag of just 1x1 pieces that I bought from the store. It's over there. I actually might grab it and show you guys. But I threw a little handful of pieces in each bin to try and slow myself down and get through all these in like a little bit at a time, not just try and do the whole bag, because that would be absolutely mind-numbingly tedious. So that's why I've got more small pieces than usual, because taking apart Rock Raiders, it was mostly like 2x4s and larger pieces. So this is a little bit slower, but not too bad. I like sorting, so it's not too bad if you keep it in small doses. So. Small pieces take longer than the larger ones. It's something we've run into when we sort our brick for Atlanta Brick Co. So. That rug really tied the room together. Don't spill the drink, man. Exactly. I need to watch that movie again. Luke Dukem says, did Rock Raiders inspire you to build the Tron mock? So, not necessarily. I would say Rock Raiders inspired me to make Tron very modular, because Rock Raiders was not modular, and that ended up being a problem because the weight ended up just being too great. But I wanted to build Tron as early, if not earlier, than building Rock Raiders, and it was just an idea that's been in my head for a long time, and so I just had to get it out and build it, because it kept me awake at night, basically. So. Yeah, because back in 2019, I started thinking about doing some lighting stuff like for Tron, and I was kind of going for a castle-inspired Tron, so kind of like the idea was to make a Nexonite-ish vibe, but then do it really cool like Tron. So that idea was just starting to materialize, and then Lego Masters happened, and it just canceled that because we had so much other stuff to do, Lego Masters and all. But then now that it's been a number of years since then, that idea was still in my head to do some Tron stuff. I got rid of the castle stuff, so no medieval knights, no swords, that sort of thing. It's just basic Tron stuff, so it's more recognizable. But yeah, that's how Tron. What inspired the Tron build? And so far, it's working a lot better than Rock Raiders has, because it is easier to build. It's easier to fix mistakes. It's easier to move, and people know what it is, which is very important, because nobody really, except for a few Lego fans, even most Lego fans didn't really know it was from Rock Raiders. It's not immediately obvious. Meanwhile, Tron, everybody knows what it is. They don't even have to think too hard about it. They look at it and they see it as Tron. So that's the most important thing. Dope, exactly. There are other ideas that are swirling in my brain that I'll have to get out at some point. One of them is Dune. I want to make some Dune stuff at some point. That might be as early as this summer, or it might get pushed back depending on how long Tron takes and how my schedule works out. I want to do some D&D. It's going to take some time to do that too. So there's other things that may interfere with that. But Dune is on the horizon one day. I want to make a giant castle again, probably desert themed. So that's also kind of like Dune, so they wouldn't be at the same time. So one day I want to make that. And then one day I want to make a big Lego Island scene from the Lego Island video game, but then kind of modernize it a little bit. So want to make that at some point. Use all my palm trees and make some cool beaches and some cool buildings. Basically a Lego city, which is something I haven't really done besides Tron in a long time. And Tron is not a typical Lego city. It's very different. So I want to do that someday. Yeah. Thinking about doing a Mad Max mock someday. Now that would be cool, dust off the bricks. I'd like to see that. I don't think I would build Mad Max. I do love the first Mad Max movie. I haven't seen the Furiosa one that just released a couple of days ago, I think. Was it? Yeah, like Thursday, Friday, I think it released. And but that would be pretty sweet. And another thing that would be very instantly recognizable too. So a lot of people recognize, oh, that's Mad Max, even if they haven't really seen the movie. That's pretty cool. That recognition is important. That's something that Martin Harris taught me, because he makes all his Disney princess builds, and I'm not a big Disney princess fan, but I immediately recognize the castles from the Disney princess movies. And I'm like, oh, that's a scene from Ariel, the Little Mermaid. That's the castle, right? You know, it's like, it's pretty clear to see. So, and for little kids who love that stuff, that's the most life-changing experience ever. So that's why I've leaned into more recognizable themes like Tron and Dune and stuff. So, yep. And that should round us out for this bin. We've still got about 15 minutes left on the timer for an hour's worth of streaming. And I also probably want to go a little bit over because we got some technical difficulties earlier. But there's one bin done. Let's get a second one here. This one looks pretty good. There you go. There's some Technic cannons for tank battles. Save those for later. Got some Duplo. And here's that Friends whale, not Friends whale, Dreams whale. Looks like a thing of bubble gum, actually. So that's what someone was saying, and it very much looks like that. So. Do you or anyone here in chat build Gunplum? Oh, maybe Gundam models? Gunplum models. I've done a couple of those. I think it's good to go with Lego. With both your following directions, snapping plastic pieces together. Exactly. Well, so I think you're talking about like big mech models. Is that right? But yeah, I also like the Warhammer figurines that you paint. They're pretty cool. I don't have any, but I would be into that stuff if I wasn't into Lego. So there's a lot of kind of nerdy stuff that is very adjacent to Lego. And I think that would definitely fit in there. I know some people do Transformers in Lego. Some people do Godzilla figurines in Lego, action figures in Lego. So Lego goes with a lot of stuff. So I can't imagine having two big things to collect, though, because that would be a lot to keep up with. Because I already barely have enough budget to do all the Lego stuff that I want to do. So I can't imagine having like Warhammer figurines too. That'd be intense. So I would be so broke. Let's see. Cross Airborne Custom says, Mark Fallworth. I met Joe from Atlanta Brick Co. in real life on the 18th of May. There you go, Cross Airborne Customs. That's awesome. Hope you had a good time at the store when you visited. Hopefully they took care of you. Got you all the stuff you needed. Luke Dukem says, while you're doing this, I'm rebuilding my last Star Wars set so that my cat knocked over. There you go. Yes, cats are great. Until they knock over your Lego set or push your glass off the table or general cat things. That's not so fun, but glad you're able to. That's the nice thing about Lego. You can fix it easily. It's just reassembling it. So there we go. Got the top half of the whale sorted down. These are some good colors and pieces in here, so I'm glad I bought this set. The build itself was fine. I don't think I needed to keep it, but as you can see, I've been buying a lot of Dream sets, but I think I'm gonna slow down here because I want to focus on some other stuff. But he didn't know it was me. Oh well, Joe doesn't do the streams as often as he used to, so sorry if he doesn't recognize you. If I was there, I would have known. If you did Cross Airborne Customs, I'd be like, oh yeah, hey, how's it going? Because I see you a lot more often. So I read the chat. So Joe doesn't read the chat anymore. So Cheese on Top says, people gave up on real plants in favor of Lego plants. They will do the same with cats. Yeah, honestly, that might have been Lego's plan to replace the cat niche, the cat demographic with Lego sets. If they do another design or two, totally could happen. People be like, oh, I'm just going to get rid of my real cat and get a Lego cat. It's easier to take care of. Just dust it off every year. Oh, boy. That's pretty funny. Yeah, the Lego cat set, I'm not a big fan. I think it's a little bit uncanny valley. It's not as bad as the giant Simba build. That one really gets under my skin. But the Lego Cat, a lot of people really like it. So I think it's going to be a popular set, surprisingly. But I'm not a big fan personally. But I'm not like a huge hater on that particular one either. So. Although I am a big hater on the Simba one because that one's just cursed. So. The little Simba looks great. The big Simba, awful. So. We're making good progress on the second bin, but I don't know if we'll get too done in this stream just because of technical difficulties and keeping me distracted. But we've made some good sorting progress. We got the stream to work. We got the audio to work. We got the camera to work. So we're here, and I'm going to keep on sliding to the side. Here. So we're back. And apologies again for all the technical issues. I thought that the microphone would at least work. Maybe it'd be quiet, but it didn't even work at all. So that's bad. Had the setting set right to the Rode microphone and everything. I got to figure out what's wrong. So. I saw someone say we should put the Lego Cat head on top of the Baradur. I may get the cat just to do that. Exactly, Gola. I saw, what was it, Jaeyoung? I think he did it. And I think that's where I saw it. And that was hilarious. So the cat on top of the Lord of the Rings tower. The giant cat head. It's so funny. There you go. Are you into fig collecting at all? Says Cheese on Top. I do like to collect minifigs. Not too many. A few Star Wars ones. I've been collecting Star Wars clones since the new 501st pack dropped. So every new clone pack that they've released, I've purchased. At least one, maybe two of. I need to get another one of the latest Phase 2 clone pack because I really like that set. I think that's a great one. And I like the droids. I like the Phase 2, Phase 1 clones. They're fun. So I do collect a little bit of Star Wars figures. They're over there in a bag in a bin. So they never see the light of day, but I buy them because I don't want to spend more money on them later. But I also collect some CMFs, not all of them. The ones I like, the ones in themes that I like. I definitely collect... or have collected Castle minifigures. I have a couple big armies. My biggest army is probably the older Kingdoms Lion Knights with the red and white and gold. I think I have about 500 of those in various types and gear. And then second largest army is about 400 strong with the new Lion Knights figures, which I've gotten a lot of. So I'll probably do a video on all my Castle minifigs at some point just because I think it's worth covering. But yeah, I do collect those for sure. My next cat might have to be a Lego cat, says Luke. Hey, that's an easy purchase to make. You just go to lego.com, buy that cat, and you can build it, and there it is. You don't have to feed it or anything. It's a pretty convenient purchase. Love the Kingdoms Lion Knights. Could reuse those for Narnia Army. Yeah, they're very similar to the Narnia color scheme. I think at least from the movie, probably from the books too. I don't think I've ever read the books. Yeah, some great castle armies have been released in the past. Hopefully they do more at some point. Some good black pieces for Tron later. Dust Off the Brick says, I just picked up 18 Lion Knights from the BAM station at the Lego store. Really? Oh, the new ones. Nice. I didn't know they were on the Build a Minifig stations. That's awesome. I know that some castle stuff has made its way out to the Build a Minifig. Some really cool castle stuff, frankly. There was some like original, not in sets pieces that I was excited about. There was the shield that came out a couple of years back now. But I remember getting a lot of those shields. And then they had the Black Falcon torso with the silver chainmail armor and the red cape with the Falcon logo on it. That was a pretty cool torso too. Very useful. So, a couple things got out there. Hoping to build a castle mock again someday as well. Yeah, one day. I'll come back to it eventually. So, but yeah, looking forward to that Dust Off the Bricks. And for those who are watching, Dust Off the Bricks has a great channel where he's documenting multiple builds. I think the one that's The biggest he's got right now is the zoo build. He's making a big Lego zoo with all sorts of animals, so go check that out after the stream. Once you need something else to watch that's Lego related. See, there's a piece of Rock Raiders. It's part of the top. That was a cool build, and I'll revisit Rock Raiders again, too. I have too many crystals not to, but I think that's going to be a little while. Waiting on some more stuff to arrive, too. I ordered a lot of crystals through Mudbulk, so those will arrive one day, and then I'll have an obscene amount of crystals. So many crystals. Here's a little bit of dark tan. And here is the remains of a Chrome Crusher from Rock Raiders. This is actually a somewhat collectible set. I've got a couple of them, and so I don't need this one. So I'm disassembling it, and I'll be using the pieces later in a Rock Raiders mock. But until then, it's got to go in the bin. Let's put this in there with that. Rock Raiders died for Tron. Yep, that's exactly what happened. A lot of the filler brick went right into Tron. All the black pieces that I worked hard to collect for all that lava went into Tron, of course. So, yep, that's a pretty true statement there, Cheese on Top. Cross Airborne Custom says, Mark of Walworth, Joe didn't even know he met me. Oh, yep, sorry about that, Cross Airborne Custom. He should recognize loyal fans, but he's not on the stream as much, so I can understand. Put that tile up there. No, poor Rock Raiders automobile. It's the Chrome Crusher. And yes, it's sad that it's getting taken apart, but I'll use all these pieces, so I'm not too sad. I'm a little sad, but I'm not too sad. And I have a nice one over there. I'm looking at it right now. So I think it's okay. And we do have a couple Rock Raider sets at the store. We did anyway. They might have sold already, but so you can still find them. They're going up in price, though, ever since RR Slugger has been doing lots of good videos on them. So they've literally doubled in price, so, which wasn't much to start with. So they're not like crazy, but they're more expensive than they used to be. So. It's all right, Mark. I'm okay with him not noticing me. That's all right. Well, that's good. Some nice teal plates in here. You got 1x1 plates, 1x3 plates. Those are still kind of hard to find, I think. Some of these are. I'm glad they've brought the color teal back, because for a long time it was retired, which is very sad. But now you can get a lot of new teal parts in all sorts of shapes and sizes. Maybe one day they'll bring back trans neon green, and then I'll be happy again. Little sad that's currently not available, but it is what it is. There we go. Yeah, has anyone tried the Rock Raiders video game, the Manic Miners update? That was a pretty awesome video game. I played it before it got the Monsters update, and now that the Monsters are there, I want to try it. Just haven't had time. I'll get to it again soon. I think once Tron is mostly done, I'll have more time to do stuff like that. So I might even do a video about it. We'll see. Maybe a short video. Cheese on Top says, I could see Rock Raiders Power Miners coming back. Possibly. I know that they had some Rock Raiders-like concepts in the new City Space sets. So they're mining purple crystals. They're space crystals for space fuel, but that's not too dissimilar from Rock Raiders. You know, mining crystals, they're in outer space, there's aliens, very different looking aliens, but aliens nonetheless. So a couple similarities there. There you go. But yeah, a full reboot of a sci-fi mining theme would be pretty cool. I think they could definitely do it justice nowadays. So. And we're at 1 hour of streaming, so I'll probably go for another 5 minutes or so. Because I think I can get to the bottom of this bin, and that would be a good place to stop. Making some good progress here. And this will be the last sorting stream for a couple weekends because I'll be gone in Orlando for a long time. But we'll be back again after that. So, plenty of sorting left to do. There's still a huge bin over there. We're mostly done with Rock Raiders, but there's still tons of sorting. Probably many, many months worth of sorting left. And I'll probably make more messes in between now and then that need to be sorted. I know there's some Tron bins that probably can be gone through again. So some leftover pieces bins. So. Luke Dukem says, with the popularity of Minecraft, I can see something like Rock Raiders making a comeback. Possibly. I know the Lego Minecraft sets have been doing pretty well. They haven't stopped making them. They keep making new ones. So that might be the only way we get mining type stuff, though. We'll see. Yeah, Minecraft is pretty popular. I think the new update will be a lot of fun. That hasn't dropped yet, right? That's still a ways out. They're doing stuff for the 15th-year anniversary, though, so that's fun. How do you sort your figs? They're a little different from the color sorting that we do for everything else. We sort them by type, by part type. So we have a lot of torsos in one bin. We have the legs in one bin, heads, headgear, weapons, non-Lego accessories like Brick Warriors and Brick Forge we have in a separate bin. So it's a little bit different from our color sorting method, but it works pretty good for building figures. I haven't sorted any figure parts in a while because I'm letting them kind of build up a little bit. There's a sizable bin up there of just kind of random minifigure parts that we dig through every now and then too. So those will get sorted at some point, but I want to get more progress on the actual pieces first. Stuff like this in front of us here. But once we get more headway here, I will pull out just minifigure parts and do that for a stream, like another normal sorting stream. So. Chrome Vader says, I'm designing a Lego chess set. Lots of chess mugs out here, but want to do my own. There you go, Chrome Vader. Is there any particular theme, or is it just kind of regular chess board? Because I could see there being some cool Star Wars themed chess sets, and I know you like Star Wars. So. But the new chess set that got some pictures released of it looks really nice. It's kind of a tan and brown color. I might have to get that one because I do love chess. And that one I might keep as a chess set instead of taking apart, because I got the Harry Potter chess set, which is also a good set. And I took that one apart pretty quickly because I like the pieces, especially those tiles. But might keep the other one. Let's see. That and Lego Fortnite is very similar. Yeah, Lego Fortnite is also kind of like the survival side is interesting because you're collecting a lot of resources. But I haven't played it myself. I only just saw it over the shoulder of another friend who was playing it. But it looks interesting. I think Lego really missed the desire of fans. Fans just want to have Lego figures battle each other. But Lego is very hesitant to do an actual battle game, even something as kind of kid-friendly as Fortnite. And I think it's a missed opportunity because the survival Fortnite Lego game is not as engaging as a player versus player game, or even players versus big bosses. If there was more weapons, it was more combat-based. But they're just really hesitant to go in that direction. And I get it, but I think that, yeah, that would be pretty cool. Even I would play that. So. Just a regular chessboard for this one. There you go, Chromate. I'm looking forward to seeing it. You got to share it on the internet when you're done with it. So. Non-licensed themed chess set of Rock Raiders Castle all in one. That would be pretty cool. Cheese on top. I don't think that's going to happen. I would love them to make another castle themed chess set. I would buy that in a heartbeat because I did get a couple of the Kingdoms castle chess set when it came out. And I'm glad I did because it's a great way to get figures. But yeah, I don't think we'll see a Rock Raiders chess set. That'd be kind of a stretch. That'd be too perfect. Life isn't that good. We're at 105. Just got a few more pieces to go in this bin. We'll wrap it up. Thank you, everyone, for making it to the stream. Don't forget to like the stream if you get a chance. And subscribe if you haven't already. We do all sorts of fun Lego videos here on this channel. But yeah, we're almost done with a successful sorting stream, even though we had a little bit of a rough start. We made it back. We clawed our way back. Morgan made it. We're almost done, Morgan. We just got another couple minutes. Just a few pieces left in the bottom of the bin, but glad you made it. We had some technical difficulties earlier. My new microphone, which I spent a chunk of money on, was not working at all. So I'm a little disappointed about that, but we managed to start a new stream, and we're here. So that was less than convenient, though. So we'll be figuring out if there's anything that can be done. And if we need to, we will get a different mic, which would not be fun. I don't want to have to send that one back, but I might have to. So, got to do what you got to do. So. Malister says, Mark, sent you 4 maps. I think that is all I will want Lego maps for now. Other than that, will be some regular maps. They will be too complicated to make builds for. Gotcha. Definitely can make some simple landscape maps or maybe even interiors and take some pictures for you. And regular maps are fine too. We can imagine it's all Lego bricks. So that's the thing about D&D. Imagine a lot of it. So. Gola says, fun stream, good discussion. I'm enjoying your videos and getting back into Lego. That's awesome, Gola. Appreciate you subscribing. And yeah, Lego is a lot of fun. Definitely, build your own mocks. That's where it really is at. Sets are great too, but building your own stuff is great. Conventions are great. Once you feel like you want to reach out a little bit more, see what is all out there. And yeah, Instagram's good. Flickr is good for seeing older builds or different techniques are still easy to find on there. But Facebook is okay. It's more like a discussion area, and there's a lot of buying there. So yeah, have fun, Gola. It's a great community. So. And the last few bits and bobs here. There we go. All right, bin number 2 done, and I think that's going to do us for today. I want to do about an hour, maybe a little bit more, and we're at an hour and 8 minutes or so. But yeah, thank you, everyone, for joining the stream. Sorry about the issues again. We got over them. We got through them. Luke Dukem says, great stream today. Thank you, Luke. Appreciate you guys commenting. Lego Island Remastered when exactly? They're actually working on that, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah. We'll see on the next one. It's going to be a while before we see another sorting stream. At least 2 weekends. I'll be gone in Orlando, but I will be streaming both from Orlando Brick Co. and from Orlando Brick Fan Expo. That should be a lot of fun too. So both a huge Lego store opening and a convention in Florida the next 2 weekends. So we'll see you then. Everyone have a great rest of your day, great Memorial Day, and everybody stay safe. We'll see you.